Mr. Wright Way put this video out just a few hours ago, and it's called Why Video Game Collectors Hate Resellers and Scalpers. Now, I'm not going to watch any of his footage in this video. I'm just going to have him on the screen while I talk about it. He spent some time in his video how resellers and scalpers are different. Honestly, I'm just annoyed that people continue to say they're different. I mean, obviously, they both buy things for, whatever they can pay, and then they sell it for more money for a profit. Now, understand that scalpers typically buy at retail, so they wipe out the entire shelf so that all of the consumers cannot buy any of the product, or they use bots and beat the actual customers to purchase so that they can flip it on eBay for twice the price, 3 times the price, whatever they can get for it, because I've seen it get pretty absurd. Now, obviously, when it comes to scalpers, it's like 50% their fault and 50% the consumer's fault. You've got people out here that just have way too much money and not enough patience, and they just give these people so much money for this crap. The PS5 Pro, I mean, yeah, it's better than a PS5, but it is barely $200 better at retail, and you're telling me you paid $1,500 for one? Like, are you really gonna get $1,000 better of an experience off of a PS5 Pro paying some fucking scalper? And that's if the scalper's even legit. There's scammers on eBay all the time, but Mr. Wright Way was talking about resellers and scalpers being different, and he tried to, explain it in his video and stuff. But here's the thing, man. It's just reselling. Whether you're a scalper or a reseller, it doesn't matter. Just like if you kill somebody on accident or kill them on purpose, you're still a murderer. See, the thing with this situation, a lot of people are at fault here. Take Pokemon games, for example. You've got people like Chase After the Right Price and Phoenix Resale. They've kind of monopolized Pokemon games. Maybe not those two individuals by themselves, but by word of mouth and awareness that they've spread through videos on YouTube, and the huge followings that they have basically made it to where all Pokemon games ever are going to be expensive. They're never going to be cheap ever again, unless Nintendo re-releases them or puts them on, Switch Online. That'll help bring the prices down a little bit. But I mean, Fire Red, I looked at the price of that today. Loose, it's $124. It's probably always going to be more than $80, just to be safe. But when it comes to Mr. Wright Way here, I think that the reason he doesn't want to admit that resellers and scalpers are the same is because he has friends that are resellers, and he's a reseller too sometimes, and being a scalper generally is known as a horrible thing to be. So if you are willing to say that resellers and scalpers are the same, then that means that all of your friends, including yourself, speaking on behalf of Mr. Wright Way in this scenario, are a horrible person. Now, I don't think that every reseller is a horrible person, but I do think that a lot of the ones that create content on YouTube are horrible. And that's mostly because they're driven to make enticing content, and it's more enticing to their audience the cheaper they pay for something and the more money it's worth. So that encourages them to continue being scumbags in their videos. Instead of paying $15 for a Super Nintendo, let's pay $10, or let's try to get it for $5. That's the kind of mentality that they have, because they know they'll get more clicks and more views if they can say in the thumbnail, I bought hundreds of dollars worth of stuff for $5. But just because I say fuck resellers doesn't mean that I mean fuck every single person that is a reseller on earth. And then he also goes into do the classic thing, which is classic at this point because people bring it up all the time when they're trying to defend reselling in my comments. He says, well, Amazon, Target, and Walmart, they're resellers too. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to explain this. I think this is going to be a regular thing that I'm going to have to say in videos moving forward when I talk about resellers. But a reseller who buys things at yard sales for $5, $10 a piece and then sells them on eBay or whatnot for $50 to $100 or however much they are, it's not the same as Walmart. A Walmart is a consumer retail store where a community of people can go and shop and get things that they want and get things that they need, including groceries, medicine, clothing, all kinds of shit. And it's at retail prices, which is, typically MSRP. manufactured suggested retail price. So when you shop at Walmart, yeah, they buy things or they manufacture things, because Walmart does have a lot of brands, for, they sell things for more money than that costs to make them. But they're selling to a community, to a consumer. But I have seen resellers go to stores and buy items when they're on clearance or on sale to sell in their own stores or on their own online businesses. And they call this retail arbitrage. But really, it's just scalping. And the reason that you would consider that wrong and not a consumer doing it is because a reseller is not a consumer. A reseller is a store. And they're going to source their store with a consumer retailer. That's not how that works, bud. Because retailers go to distributors and manufacturers, and they have distribution deals. They're not going, like, you don't see an employee of Walmart go to Best Buy and buy a laptop for $5.99 and then take it over to the Walmart and sell it for $6.99. That's not how that shit works. So you, as a reseller, you have no right to say that you're the same as a retail store. And if you think that, honestly, deep down inside, I don't think you guys do think that. I think that you just say that because it makes you feel better about what you do. But if you actually do think you're the same as Walmart, then you're a fucking idiot. I get that some people have to do that, especially in this economy where everything is super expensive. But speaking of the economy being bad, not only is the economy bad, but now you have all these resellers that are strong-arming and gatekeeping all these games and, inflating the price and creating like a false scarcity or a false rarity, which then in return makes it, more expensive to obtain. It's just all bad all around. It's one of the worst times to be a retro game collector because of scalpers, because of resellers, and then scalpers, with the hardware and the accessories, they make it damn near impossible to get the new stuff. And then you want to talk about, oh, well, we need to preserve physical media. We need to keep buying physical media to support physical media so they don't get rid of it. Well, these people are against physical media. And not directly against it, but when you think about it, I mean, if they're hogging all the shit and forcing you to pay way more for it than you should, then yeah, they're supporting the future of digital gaming. And there will be a day where we don't get physical games anymore, other than like special limited edition releases, and you can bet your fucking penis that those will be impossible to get as well because of scalpers. And it just breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart that video games have to be used in such a way for profit, when all we really want as gamers is to just own the games that we love and play the games that we love and enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say. Let me know what you think below. Do you think that there is a difference between resellers and scalpers? I mean, obviously there's a little bit of a difference, but I'm saying a scalper is just a reseller at the end of the day. But yeah, I will talk to you, and I will see you very soon.